Hello Aeropup fans, Don Fielding here again. Man, 3 videos in the first week of January. That's a record for me. Hopefully a repeatable event for me. Hey, I want to give you another update on the Aeropup demonstrator aircraft that we're rebuilding. Let me switch the camera here. Okay, we'll swing around here. Subject of today's video update is the battery box. Some of you know we're using a UL350 IS engine on the USA demonstrator. This will be the first airplane to ever fly with that type of engine. Out of about 60 that are flying right now, none of them are using the UL350 IS engine. So it's a heavier engine than what you would normally use on this aircraft. It's about 175 pounds up front there. And so that forces us to keep the CG within limits to mount the battery box all the way back here in the back. You can see the tail right there. So we engineered the battery box to get it as far back as we possibly can and still leave room for doing maintenance on the battery or pull the battery out and put in a new one or whatever it is we have to do. So I just want to show this to you. Now, of course, with these steel fuselage cages, you don't want to drill any holes in any of the cross members. So in our case, we built this structurally adequate box to hold the weight of this particular battery, and then we secure it in place using, get back over here, using these, where's the box at? There it is, using these cushion clamps down here. So the end result is you get a nice sturdy platform to hold that battery, and that will be good for any type of flying you would do in an airplane like this. So with the battery box way back here in the back, which then forces us to use this 2 or 3 gauge wire to go from the positive terminal here. You have to loop over the elevator push-pull tube that slides back and forth in this thing here, and then runs down the length of the fuselage, all secured in place with these cushion clamps, all the way up to the front, and then eventually through the firewall and into the engine compartment. We're putting the airplane back together there, so you see there's the ADS-B antenna, which will mount right there on this bracket. I got to cut a hole in the fabric. So anyway, so just want to show you one way of dealing with a heavy engine. Another one, if you want to put the battery box up right back here behind the seats per the builder's manual, you could do that if you're using a heavy engine. Of course, I would discourage that because that means you have to put some kind of ballast back here in the very back to counter the weight. So in the case of the battery being located back here in the tail, and then the tail wheel, which is removed right now for the fabric covering, but the weight of the tail wheel and the battery puts that CG right where it needs to go for this particular engine. Okay, that's it. More updates forthcoming. Reach out to aeropupusa.com for all sorts of updates there, and also search us on YouTube, Aeropup USA. All right, have a great day.